Hi, my name is Kelly Tierra. I'm a manager here at Livingston Dining Commons.
Hello, my name is Michael Schnurr. I am the owner of Thomas Sweet Ice Cream and Chocolate in New Brunswick.
Yeah, my name is Ayman Al-Nagar. I'm the owner of Are You Hungry since 1997, what is called the Grease Trucks at College Avenue.
There is a sophisticated computer system that monitors usage based on open times, closing times when people are going to be in the building, and different zones. So it will shut off energy, heat, air conditioning to different zones at different prescribed times.
Well, first thing is we turn all our lights off at night. And we try and conserve hot water, just watch the AC and the heat a lot. As far as energy, I think that's probably covers everything.
We just put two spotlights that got a light sensor that basically turns on when it's only dark, and otherwise will turn off by itself.
We're a pilot program for a system called ORCA, which is the Organic Refuse Conservation Alternative. Basically what it does is it takes, it biologically decomposes organic matter by way of aerobic decomposition into a nutrient-filled gray water, which then can go into any waste system. We also use a machine called a SOMAT. SOMAT is a very large garbage disposal, and it removes the liquid from all food matter and organic matter, and makes it pulverizes it into just a pulp. That pulp is then stored in barrels in special refrigerated rooms, and daily a local farmer who has been coming for several decades, his father started it, takes the waste products back to his farm, and he uses them to feed his pigs, which then he sells to Hatfield, and they go back into the system, which we buy Hatfield pork products.
I've always thought about composting, but I've never, being the business owner, I'm like swamped here, just busy. I've like a ton of different responsibilities. So this started with a couple of my employees coming to me and saying that they wanted to start the project. So I allowed them to implement it, and they followed through, and they took care of everything. Yeah, so that's pretty much how it started. It's kind of irregular. It would just happen that like one day we would realize that our bucket was full. So I think the one kid that I had working here would just drive it over there, during his free time.
I never heard about it. It's my first time.
Oh, really?
Thanks for telling me that, but I have no clue about this.
They need to know what is commingled, what is cardboard, what is compostable. The ORCA machine I spoke of can't handle bones or any inorganic matter, so that needs to be separated out.
The employees are pretty receptive to all that, especially these days. Nowadays, most of my employees are really conscious of energy conservation. Back in the day, when we first bought the store, in the 80s and 90s, I don't think it was on people's minds that much.
As far as they know exactly where to put their recycled items, where to put the trash, and also we make sure that most of the appliances, if we're not using it, we turn it off or we put it on standby, or we do that. Because it's good for the environment and good for the equipment too, because otherwise it costs us a lot of money.
We always try to buy local and request from our purveyors to send us locally grown produce, whether it's on the East Coast or right here in the state. And our volume sometimes requires us to be able to have to buy from Mexico, from Chile, from Argentina, because there's just not enough local organic foods for our demands.
We get most of our produce from like a supermarket or wherever we can get the nicest produce from. In the summer, that's different. During the summer, we usually try and hit, like in Highland Park, which is a town over, they have a farmer's market on Fridays. There is a local market down Easton Avenue by Stop and Shop. It doesn't always work out. Sometimes we need too much. Sometimes the product isn't as nice, so we kind of have to do the best thing for the business. And it also is a little more expensive to get the locally grown produce, so sometimes it's really a difference in price, and our customers want to pay as little as possible, so it's kind of like a challenge for us. We do say, we do tell our customers where we get our produce from. The problem is it's not consistent enough. So if I physically advertise and put like an ad in the paper or on the radio that we only use locally grown produce, and then there's a week that there's too much rain and we can't get locally grown produce, then we're kind of in trouble. So again, we do the best we can with what we have to work for, I guess.
We buy everything. As far as the salads and stuff, we buy it locally. But as far as the frozen stuff, we have a supplier that is locally too, that we buy from him all the time. It's US Food, one of the biggest companies here.
We belong to NACUFS, which is the National Association of Colleges and Universities Food Services. And it's all colleges and universities across the country. And we have yearly conventions, and people from colleges all over the Eastern Seaboard and the New England states will be together. So these are the directors and the food purchasers and the chefs and the managers, collaborating on ideas for what works, what doesn't, what's a new idea, you know. So we'll have, it's a 4-day seminar.
I mean, I'm sure if we go online, we can find out, there's probably guidelines from different organizations about how we could improve our recycling or resources to help the environment. I don't necessarily know if that would help us, because I think we pretty much know most of the things that we can do.
You know, we take a health course, food handling course every 6 months. I think it'd be a great thing if they could attach to it the environment-friendly course. You know, little things, I believe, make a big difference, make a big change. So I think if they do that, I'm sure that a lot of people are willing to do that. I mean, everybody want to live in a safe environment, you know. I talk about personally, me and my company, and personally me. I love to be friendly to the environment. It pays off at the end. It's good for my kids and my grandkids and for everybody. So it's something that we all, I think, has to take that extra step. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing.